Yo, thank you, fam.
All right, all right. What it is, what it is, what it is. This is your boy Hip Hop Karma, and you are tuned into the Random Podcast Show. And I have a special guest with me today. And why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
My name is Mike Roan. I go by Michael Flicks, content creator, photographer, videographer, do a little bit of everything, man.
I was waiting for my perfect opportunity. Hold on. No, just
Appreciate
kidding.
you, fam.
Yes, sir, man. So content, man. How did you get into creating content, bro?
Man, I got into creating content really just trying to stay creative. Really, I've always been it started off really writing.
Okay.
I was writing rhymes, and I kind of stopped doing that, and it turned into short films.
Okay.
And I wrote a short film that, in my opinion, I thought was pretty good. I was like, this would be a dope movie. Like, I should try to turn it into a short film.
So you wrote this shit out on paper
like
type shit?
Handwriting, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I still do that, like, to this day. Like, I used to rap, and so, like, from time to time, if I hear, like, a beat, I'll, like, download it and just, like, write. And I'll fully get out a pen and a paper. Like, I don't type it in my phone. Like, I'll write it out. Like, I still do that.
Yeah.
So, like, I wrote a short film. I'm sorry, I wrote a short story, and I wanted to turn it into a short film. So I bought, like, a little camcorder.
Okay.
And then, I took it outside and started trying to, like, put my scenes together, but it didn't look like the shots didn't look how they looked in my head. Like,
Got
you know what I'm
you.
saying? I needed practice. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I went out and got some practice. You know
So you just was like, fuck it, I'm finna go buy a camera. I'm finna do this, and it almost started like you was gonna make a movie with the shit.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
I'm thinking like I'm gonna buy this camera and I'm gonna shoot it up and it's gonna look. You know what I'm saying? How any other movie would look.
You said Michael Scorsese.
Trying to be, it didn't work out that way though. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find ways to practice. But that's how it started. Yeah.
Okay. And so what is the kind of content that you do create that you get it?
Well, it's really been at this point just a lot of interviews and a lot of podcasts really.
Okay.
But I still make basketball mixes and football mixes and stuff.
Okay.
I actually I work for KUSI.
Okay.
Have you heard of a Prep Piskin Report?
Yeah.
You watch football?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I work for Prep Piskin Report.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and we just got the word that the season's coming back.
Wow.
And so I'll be at Helix on Friday filming that game.
Wow.
Yeah, so I do sports content and I do interviews and podcasts.
What's the name of your podcast?
I have two podcasts. I have the Family Room podcast, and then I have a dad pod. You know how like guys say like a girl say like he got a dad bod.
Yeah.
It's like a dad pod.
A dad pod.
A dad pod and Family Room podcast. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the content. What's the content on those?
The Family Room podcast, they're kind of similar really, but just the dad pod. We talk about a little bit of everything on the dad pod, but then we try to bring it into some type of like fatherhood or like parenting type of content.
Gotcha.
But we still talk about like all the social events, like anything that's going on. And then Family Room podcast is pretty much the same thing without the parenting aspect of it. We talk about everything. It's me and my boy Jesse. We met in the 7th grade. We pretty much been together damn near we live together. We're both like married now and do our own thing. But you know what I'm saying? Been my boy since 7th grade.
That's cool,
You know
man.
what I mean? So like I do the podcast with him.
Are you born and raised out here in North County, or where you from?
No, I'm actually originally from Long Beach.
Okay.
I'm originally from Long Beach. But I mean, lived in Long Beach till I was 5, and then moved to Southeast San Diego
Got you.
and lived there until 7th grade, and then moved to Escondido. And I've pretty much been in North County ever since then.
Got you. How was that transition from Dago to North County?
It was crazy, bro.
A little different?
Living in Southeast, at the time, it's different now, but at the time, what's that? That's 93, and we left in 2000, so it's the 90s.
Yeah.
Black people. It's all black people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
then so and then I moved from there, and I went to, I don't know if people know that area, but I went to Valencia Park Elementary, and then I went to O'Farrell Middle School. It's like all black people. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And then I moved up to Escondido, and it's like no black people.
He said, "Welcome to the Latin people."
Exactly. It's all Hispanic, and it was a real like culture shock for me. I didn't know those terms at the time, and I didn't know what that meant, but just being older and having like more understanding, definitely culture shock. You know what I'm
Got
saying?
you.
And we moved in the summer, so it was like we didn't like move in and go to school and like get to meet people. So we there in the summer just sitting, like no friends, don't know nobody out here, just sitting. You know what I mean? So it was tough. It was a tough transition.
Learning situation, huh?
For sure.
So when you came out here and you started growing up out here, is this where you met your boy out there and stuff? And that's how you guys hooked up with the podcast thing.
Yep.
So in 7th grade, what school was that in Escondido?
It's called Mission Middle School now, but it was called Grant Middle School at the time.
Okay. And then you went to high school out there and shit.
Yeah, I went to Orange Glen High School.
Okay, you played any sports out there?
Played football, played basketball, ran track ran track for a year, but I didn't even finish the year. But played football and played basketball. Yeah.
Okay. What
Yeah.
position in basketball?
In basketball, I was a point guard. I'm super short, man. I always been a point guard. Yeah.
Okay. Was you passing or was you shooting?
I was a passing point guard. I mean, I really didn't even learn how to shoot, really actually shoot a jump shot until after I graduated high school.
Wait a
For
second. You
real.
play high school ball and point guard and
Like
didn't know.
I would shoot it if I was open. If I was open, it was like 50-50. I'm gonna make it or I'm gonna miss it. You know what I'm saying? Like I knew how to do it, but it wasn't like, oh yeah, I'm open. This is cat.
Right.
Like, now you leave me open, it's going in. You know
Got
what I'm
you.
saying? But back then I was fast, athletic, I could jump. You know what I'm saying? I knew the game, but I wasn't really like super duper good like that.
Got
My
you.
brother was the starting point guard and I backed him up.
Got you. What was you running in track?
In track, and see, I wasn't even like dumb fast like that. And see, like I only did track, I think my sophomore year.
Okay.
I ran my event. I was a sprinter on the JV team, but I jumped on varsity.
Damn.
And so I did long jump and high jump on varsity, and then I just did my couple little running meets on JV.
Got you. Did you pursue football or which one of the ones did you like out of the most of those three?
Football. I was predominantly a football player in high school.
Okay.
Really, yeah. I played. And see, I didn't start, like I said, I backed up my brother. I didn't even start in basketball. I started in football. I started at left corner. Me and my boy Jesse that I do the podcast with, we both started at corner. He was right corner. I was left corner.
Y'all was shutting shit down.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It
Okay.
was dope. It was
And
dope.
what high school was that?
That was at Orange Glen.
Okay. Did you guys go to CIF or anything like that?
We went to the playoffs, lost in the first round to El Cajon Valley. Yeah.
North County and San Diego got crazy football teams, bro.
For sure.
And especially you working with KUSI, you know that shit.
Yep,
It's like
yep.
top 10 in California every year type shit.
Crazy good football players here in San Diego.
Have you got to being behind the camera and doing that shit with the high school? Have you got to see any of these kids that are like, damn, these kids go to here to here? Like, have you been behind the camera and seen any of these
Oh
guys?
yeah, for sure. Anybody within the last 3 years that's like gone on to Division I, I've probably filmed or been at their game before. But just this past season, I had a contract for a media company out in LA to film Mikey Williams. If you're into basketball here in San Diego, you know who Mikey Williams is. He played at San Ysidro, #1 freshman in the country, like dunking everything.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Super good. So I had a contract to film all of his games
Damn.
in San Diego last year, and then I had a few contracts with a few like 2 teams, and then like maybe like 4 parents to film games in San Diego as well. So I watched and filmed a lot of basketball last year.
I want to say that's got to be kind of a low key, a good little in that you have right there because of how
Absolutely.
big the sport community is out here. Like that's a thing right now.
Best thing I ever did, bro.
Yeah.
Best thing I did. And it's fun. You know what I'm saying? I've always loved sports, so I get to watch all the games and be there. You know what I'm saying? It's not like
Plus, are you on the sideline or are you in the stands?
for football, I'm in the stands, like up in the press box. But basketball, I'm right there on the baseline.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, basketball, I'm right there on the baseline. Yep.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Are they kind of know who you are and like kind of let you do your thing when you're out there with the camera and shit?
Yeah, and yeah, football for sure. Because I mean, PPR, you got on the red jacket and the red shirt, so they're like, oh, it's PPR. Let them do their thing.
Gotcha.
Basketball, it took some time, but now I'm to the point where like pretty much, and I don't want to sound cocky, but I've kind of worked myself into a position now, like on the basketball scene anyway, to like most gyms that I pull up to, they know like that's Michael Flicks.
That's the Vilp guy. He's coming to do this shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
Not saying I'm the best. Not saying that,
Right.
But just when they see me, they know, oh, that's Flicks.
They know who the hell I am.
Yeah.
That's right, man. That's right. So what got you into doing this sports? Was it a brother? Was it a family thing? Did your family come from the sports background, or were you the first one?
Into playing sports?
Yeah, playing sports.
Yeah, my dad was real athletic. My dad, like being originally from Long Beach, my dad and my uncle Clarence, they went to Long Beach Poly, and they're like top in the country for football, basketball, track like every year.
Damn.
Mad, like they like one of the highest high schools in the nation for having like
Long Beach Poly.
Yeah, for having
Yeah.
football, like NFL and NBA players.
Damn.
So my dad played football and my uncle ran track.
What position dad play?
My dad was a wideout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my
So
dad was a wideout.
opposite side of you.
Exactly.
Still fast as hell.
Yeah,
Got
exactly,
you. With more
exactly.
hands.
Exactly. And then he didn't play any basketball though.
Oh,
So
okay.
that really, I started playing basketball because of my older brother, and he just and it's funny you asked that. I was just thinking about that the other day. I'm not sure what got my older brother into playing basketball, but he just picked up a ball one day and was good at it. And like being a younger brother, you know what I'm saying? You see your brother do something, you're gonna do
want
it too.
it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's really how it happened. For me.
How was that with you and your brother? Was it a little competition?
Oh yeah, all the time. He was always like up until I want to say up until like junior, senior year, he was always like just better than me.
Yeah.
Football, I caught him like I want to say sophomore year, and it was like, nah, I'm better than you at football for sure. But all around, just like basketball, all around athleticism, he beat me at pretty much everything up until like like into juniors, like senior year.
He
we
said
were,
up until last year.
Nah, I caught him at one point by senior year. You know what I'm saying? We right around the same height too, so it's like it was, you know what I'm saying? It was always a competition thing. But like, yeah, right around senior year, we was about the same speed. I think I could jump a little bit higher than him at that point. So it was like a real like rivalry.
You know, if you guys would like to do a race on my podcast show, I could set that up. No, I'm just kidding.
people always be trying to get us to do that too. Like shout out to my brother Stefan, but people always be trying to get us to do that. Yeah, like, hey, y'all should race. Y'all should play 1-on-1. Who will win? Yeah, all the time.
Yeah,
all the time. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So growing up in North County, man, was it different than growing up in Long Beach, or was it kind of like you pretty much grew up here?
I pretty much grew up here. For me, the places that I would be able to compare would be growing up in Southeast and growing up in North County. I spent a lot of time like in LA and in Long Beach just because I got a lot of family there still, but I can't really say like, I know what happens in a few of the neighborhoods there, but I can't really say I grew up there, you know what I'm saying? Can't at all say that.
Right.
I grew up in Southeast and I grew up in North County for real.
So growing up in, and I'm gonna get right to the funky shit.
Okay.
Growing up in Southeast is kind of funky out there, and even Escondido is kind of funky out there, and Oceanside is kind of funky over here. There's a lot of funk in San Diego actually. How did you get away from that and stay focused on not being in the funk?
It wasn't really hard for me, really. Well, first of all, my dad is a minister.
Oh, so he wasn't having that shit.
My dad is a minister, and I can't even really say that because I mean, him being a minister, I did a whole bunch of stuff that I shouldn't have done as a kid, like as every kid does, you know what I mean? And at one point in my life, I'm pretty sure people thought I did gangbang just because the company I kept and a lot of the like stuff that I allowed myself to be around and some of the stuff that I chose to partake in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure at one point people probably thought I did, but what kept me from never really doing it and really like going that route was like I know like what I come from at home. Like I know that that's not the life for me. Like I know there's no real positive in for me.
Right.
For, like personally for me, and no knock to anybody, but like, you know what I mean? I just knew for me, like there was gonna be no positive end for me in that.
Growing up out here, did you have any friends that took the wrong path that you might have seen and been like, you know what, that's probably why I don't want to do this?
Absolutely. I mean, never gonna name any names or sets or anything like that, but absolutely got plenty of friends that, you know, made bad choices, and you know, and it's funny because my house was like the house where like all my friends came, you know what I'm saying, and even my friends that were involved in things like that, they come to my house and be like, you know, this is cool, you know what I mean, like this is, and you know, I got my mom and dad at home, like I got an older and a younger brother, like we, you know what I'm saying,
family,
you know what I'm saying, and we all like we fight and beef like all families do, but we pretty tight knit, you know what I'm saying, and so having that and then being the house that all my friends came to anyway, people would come to my house and be like, oh, this is pretty cool, you know what I'm saying, and so it wasn't like my house, that what I had at home was like, oh, that's cool. I didn't really like go to anybody else's house and see that and was like, oh, let's see what that's about. You know what I mean? Because I always appreciated what I had at my house.
Got you. Now, growing up and your dad was in the ministry, did you go to church? Did you sing? Did you sing in the church?
Every Sunday. I was in church every Sunday without fail, bro. I used to tell people up until when did I move out? Up until I moved out, I could count on my hands how many times I missed church on a Sunday, bro.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not that many.
Like, nah. Well, I mean, if I exclude like when I was away for the summer.
Right.
If I exclude when I was away for the summer, that when I was at my house, like we was at church, bro, for sure. But not, what was the question though?
So he was a minister. Were you in the choir at all?
Oh no, I was I was in the choir, but I played the drums though.
Oh, okay.
I played the drums though. So that was like, it was my way. It was, the drums served two purposes for me. The drums was like, I don't have to sit next to my mom during service, and then I don't have to sing in the choir. I could just play the drums.
He said the drums serve too, so I don't have to sing, and I don't have to be my mom. I think this works.
and it turned into a love. That's really what my love for music and like my first like real creative thing was, playing the drums. Really.
Gosh, how old were you playing the drums?
I started playing the drums, I think I was maybe 10.
Really?
Like 9 or 10, yeah.
Okay.
And I was just sitting with my mom, and don't get it twisted. I'm a mama's boy, like big time mama's boy. But like, you know,
too. Don't trip.
See, boom. But you know, like sitting at church, it's like I don't want to just sit right here. You know what I mean? And then just like looking up, I was into I didn't want to sing, but I would always like anybody do. I liked when the choir went up there. It was cool.
Yeah.
But something one day, just like the drummer caught my eye. I was like, that's dope. He doing all these runs and doing everything. You know what I'm saying? And I asked my mom, I was like, can I sit up there? Like let me sit up there like and watch him do that one day. And she let me.
That's
And before I ever like played the drums, I would just sit at church and just watch the drummer for I want to say for maybe like a good year and a half, maybe 2 years.
that you just watch, study.
As a little boy, just sitting watching. Like man, I can't wait, man. If I get a
Dude.
chance to do that, man.
So when you got on, how was that, man?
My first time playing the drums was like it was whack. Really, I wasn't that good, but I like. The drummer that was the dude that played every day, he gave me like this little drum to take home, gave me a set of sticks to practice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And so you could do that and catch a rhythm and know how to keep
Yeah.
a beat, but it's different when you got the
foot moving in the
bass and,
shit.
you know what I'm saying? You got the hi-hat, you got your feet and your hands doing
Yeah.
4 different things. You know what I'm saying? And it's different, you know what I'm saying? So my first time getting on, it was like, this is gonna take some getting used to. They actually like kicked me off. Like, I'm playing, and like I could like see the choir. They looking at like it ain't really. It
He
ain't
said,
really.
the rhythm is not the rhythm.
Yeah, and the lady leading the choir was like, "Hey, son, get him out of there." Like,
She was nice about it though. She was nice
yeah,
about it.
she was nice about it. Yeah, she was good. Yeah.
That's awesome, man. So did you continue playing the drums and continue rocking with that? Or?
Yeah, I really only played the drums in church. I
Okay.
really only played like, you know what I'm saying, in high school, like the band would come out there, pull the drums, like for like, pep rallies, I would get on the drums and like, people, I don't know, you can do that. But I really only played in church on Sundays. Really.
Got you.
And I stopped doing that, like really when I moved out. 'Cause I moved to LA in 2009, and that was pretty much when I stopped. I stopped playing the drums. Really.
What brought you out to LA?
I was and so I told you I used to rap. I was actually going to school for music.
Oh,
I was going
okay.
to school for music, music production and music business.
Was that Los Angeles Music School? Or?
And I went to Cerritos College. They had this dope like music production and radio program out there.
Oh, okay.
So I went to Cerritos College for like for a year. Yeah, for a year, and then came back. Yeah.
How was that? How was that experience?
It was dope, man. It was dope. That was a super dope time for me. Like I was pretty much by I lived with family. Like I was living with my aunt and my cousin.
Yeah.
But like my commute, like I lived in East LA and was going to Cerritos College.
Gotcha.
And on public transportation.
Oh,
know
you
what
were
I'm saying?
seeing some shit.
Yeah, so hella. Man, I got some stories just from public transportation, bro. But that time, like, I was by myself all the time. So that was when it was real dope for me. Like writing rhymes, like figuring myself out, like figuring me out as a man.
Growing experience.
Yeah, spent a year like just by myself. It was really beneficial for real.
That's right, man. That's right. So doing the sports thing, man, is there and God, I don't want to throw you under the bus, but is there a sport that you like recording more than you like the other? Is there one that's maybe less on your back?
Basketball for sure.
Yeah, okay.
Basketball for sure. Football has provided the biggest the biggest opportunity with working with KUSI and having the opportunity to see my content on TV and to like potentially pitch ideas and see some of it come to life on TV. Like that's dope.
Hell yeah.
That's dope. Like there's no topping that.
Yeah, you
know
see
what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah,
That's dope.
work on TV. Hell yeah.
But which one is more fun that I enjoy more is basketball by far.
Gotcha.
By far, yeah.
And what is it? The passion of the player, or what is it?
Yeah, I think it's the passion of the player, like, and then being that close, like you can
feel it.
You can feel it, like, and then being a hooper, like you know when a dope moment is about to happen, and that's what makes it a little bit easier for me. Like I've met people that are really dope with the camera and dope with the edit, and are better than me with the camera and with the edit. But they're not dope. They don't know when they'll miss a moment because they've never done it before.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Or for me, like I'll catch something that somebody else might not catch and be able to put this little part where they chirping at each other and throw that in the video because you just catching action. You don't really see the beef that's going on and see them over there talking to each other to grab that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I like that part of it. And then just I enjoy basketball more than I enjoy football. So
got you. Are you editing your own footage or how's that working?
Yeah, edit my own footage. Yeah.
What you rocking with, the Adobe or the Final?
Nah, see, I actually use something called a Filmora, Wondershare Filmora.
Okay.
I was actually just talking about it. I got to upgrade though. I got to get something better, man.
Is it PC or Mac?
PC.
Okay,
PC.
Got you.
I gotta get something better.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah,
I do Adobe. Try that.
That's what I got to do. And I'm looking at like some of like the effects that I'm seeing other people have, and just
the learning curve is a pain in the ass.
I'm sure.
But everything is in life, and after about a year, you're gonna kick ass.
Mm-hmm.
But you just gotta fuck with it, bro.
Okay,
for sure. It's like you can create effects in Adobe. Like this motherfucker, you like, oh, I want to do this. Okay, I can't. Now I can. Do. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy.
I gotta make that change. I literally was just talking about that today.
Yeah. So when you shoot the videos, what's your turnaround? Do you like to go back and sit down? Do you like to get right down to editing, or how do you like to chop this thing up, man?
I like to do it as fast as possible, and it really just depends on the client, really. And it's weird for me. I was thinking maybe I shouldn't say it out loud for like my future clients. Like, really, that's what you do? But I like to.
We don't even have to talk about it.
What'd you say?
I said we don't even have to talk about it.
Oh no, it's cool. I'm just thinking out loud. But nah, I like to edit. I like to edit and like be finished, and then leave it alone for a few hours, and then come and watch it, and then I'm gonna figure out a better way to do it. I've noticed that.
Dude, that's what I do.
I've noticed that. I've even noticed where like I'll finish something and I'll be paid and I'll send it off to the client, and they'll love it, like no problems. They'll have no issue with it.
Right.
But I'll be like, and I'm done with it, so I'm not looking at it no more. But
Right.
just like, let me just go back and see how kind of dope I did that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I watch it, be like, ooh, now let me move this around. And before I even post it on my account,
Right.
I'll like adjust the video and make it better. And I've never had anybody complain like, hey, why you didn't make, you know what I'm saying? I've never had a complaint, but I like just, you know, to answer your question, I like to like fully be done with it, leave it alone for like maybe like an hour or two, and then come back and make some
Fresh
changes.
eyes to it and shit like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do the cut. I do a cut one day,
Mhm.
and I do the edits the next day, meaning like the effects and all that shit.
Okay.
Because then I'll feel the flow, and then I'll feel the flow the next day. I'll feel the flow and be like, could the flow been tighter? You know what I'm saying? Okay, now it's time for this sauce.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you said you did a little bit of music, and you went to the music school and shit like that.
Yeah,
Were you,
yeah.
when you were doing that, were you thinking about being a rapper, or were you going to music school for?
Yeah, because I was writing rhymes and already recording, but I was really trying to get into to the production side.
Gotcha.
I was
Like,
trying to get into
making
the production
beats
side.
or engineering.
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Gotcha.
I could already like make beats, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't like not anything. I've never like made anything like, oh, that's the hardest thing. I thought it was hard, you know what
Right.
I'm saying? But so it was never making beats was cool, but I was trying to get into like the engineering side and like understanding like frequencies and EQs and
Gotcha.
soundboards and everything like that. I was trying to learn that.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
When you did music and you heard yourself on the microphone, how was your vibe on that? How did you like hearing yourself?
I still don't like my voice.
You say-
I still don't like my voice. And see here we got the headphones on right now. Like and doing my podcast, I don't even wear headphones when I record my podcast.
No, you know.
I don't even wear headphones, bro.
So,
And see, like right now, I don't know if it's your microphone or what the headphones were, but I feel like I sound fine. But I don't know when this goes out. But I know when I'm listening back to them, I'll be like, God damn, I hate my voice.
nah, it's I got the Barry Manilow effects.
Okay, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I know listening. And it's crazy because I have 2 podcasts and I have a sports show on the
Yeah.
mic with Michael Flicks, and I have like kind of like a pretty much like a traveling podcast show.
Okay.
Like if I were to interview you, you got this dope space. I would come and interview you and talk about everything you got going on in here.
Dope.
That show, like I pull up on people. It's called Link Up with Michael Flicks.
Damn.
I pull up on people and talk to them in their space. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
dope,
you know what I'm saying?
bro.
I do that, and it's funny that like I got 2 shows and a sports show, and then like a traveling show. So 4 shows, and I really still don't like my voice, bro.
Yeah.
For me, I like the journey and the process of it all.
Yeah.
I like shooting, I like editing it, and then I like being able to like you're doing for me, like giving me a platform to talk about myself and like kind of the stuff I'm doing, and I think it's dope. I like being able to do that for other people.
Hell yeah.
So I could fight through not liking my voice, so I can
Get
create
there you go.
and help other people. Yeah.
What kind of people have you got to interview, man?
I interviewed Ryan Rizuki.
Okay.
He's a big time trainer down in San Diego. He's interviewed a whole bunch of NBA players, a whole bunch of dope people. Interviewed Stephen McClure. He actually went to Vista High.
Okay.
He's from out this way. He made it to. He was an All-American. Went to Cal. He
Damn.
was captain. Made it to the NFL. He's coaching at SMU now. He just became the head defensive back coach
Oh shit.
at SMU. Yeah, I interviewed him.
The Mustangs?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
he's the head DB coach there. Matt Mitchell for San Diego State.
Yeah.
I interviewed him.
Damn, that's tight. So
Interviewed him. Yeah.
when you get are you on, like, do you see these people playing and you're like getting footage of them, and then you could be like, hey, I want to fucking interview you next week? 'Cause You
Exactly.
see them kicking ass right there, pretty
Exactly.
much.
Yeah. Matt Mitchell for San Diego State. I met him at the San Diego Swish. It's a pro-am that they do in the summer.
Okay.
I seen him there, and I already knew who he was because I watched San Diego State. But and I seen him on the court, and I was like, you know what? Let me just go because I'm already like I wanted to make a video for him. That's what it was. I didn't even have a show yet.
Got you.
I was filming and I wanted to like make a video for him. So I went and gave him my business card to see if he could follow me and all of that. And I made a video for him. And then, fast forward to the next summer, that's when I had my show. And since I already had the relationship, I was like, hey, come chop it up on the show real quick.
What are you using when you get out there with the mobile setup, man?
You mean like at the games?
No, with the recording and shit. How you getting out there with the shit?
I got 2 Sony cameras and a Canon, and I have I have some lights, and I got a boom mic.
You coming with all this shit when you do your shit?
Mm-hmm.
Damn, bro,
Mhm.
you coming with the full shit.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to see behind the scenes what my shit look like.
Nah, you got it going on in here, man. You got it going on in
I
here,
got
man.
2 sticks and a light.
Nah, you got it going on in here, man. What you mean?
No, it's all good, man. It's all good. Growing up in North County, man, and being out here and stuff, what was it that you liked about being in North County, man?
I hated it when I first moved here.
Yeah,
I hated it just because it wasn't Southeast. That was
gotcha.
really what it was. What it boiled down to.
That's so crazy to hear.
I just didn't like it, bro. It was like I didn't like not being around. I'm just be all the way,
Your
bro. I didn't
peoples.
like not being around my people.
Mhm.
I didn't like, and it wasn't that being around Hispanic people because I love everybody. I didn't like being around what I felt like was a bunch of racist Hispanic people.
Right,
Being
right.
called, I'm not used to, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was in Southeast, if anybody dropped that N word, they got mopped.
You feel
up.
me? Yeah.
Now here I'm getting caught that every day. I'm fighting every day because I'm getting caught that every day.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like it. I made friends like pretty much with the black people that was at my school, and like, you know, I had Hispanic friends and white friends and everything too, but it was just like I didn't like it.
That
Yeah,
fucks me.
I really didn't begin to really fully like North County until high school, and I didn't really fully appreciate North County or Escondido specifically until I left.
Damn.
And then came back and was like, you know what, this little town is all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's fucked up because low key, I don't know anything about that, bro. And it sucks because I don't know anything about that side of the playing field. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
I get along with everybody, and I don't actually have a lot of white friends. Like I don't have too many white friends. They think I act a certain way per se, I guess you'd say. And so I deal with that on that side, but I definitely don't deal with probably what you dealt with. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
When you get out of there and you go to like a Oceanside or something like that, did you ever get out of Escondido and travel around North County and feel the different vibes around North County?
Oh, absolutely. Oceanside, I would say, is probably my favorite. That I spent time in. You know what I mean? Because I've like family that's lived in Vista and Oceanside, so I'd be at different families' houses for weeks, months at a time. You know what I mean? Oceanside is probably my favorite. Just, you know, the beach is right there. Every time I've been in Ocean, well, and see, for the most part, I was in the suburbs outside. I can't really say I was in like the whole Oceanside, but it was always cool to me, man. Like it was, you know, I like North County, and like I said, I didn't really learn to appreciate it until I left and came back.
Right. And then you're like, you know what, this place ain't that bad.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. I like it. It's small. You know exactly where everything's at. It don't take too long to get anywhere. Like I like it. You know what I'm saying.
Right.
And that's a big difference even from San Diego. Like to San Diego, just going to the Target could be a mission.
Man,
You live in North County, going to the Target is a quick trip.
it's not that bad. You know,
what
it's
I'm
I'm gonna pawn on myself real quick. I went to New York, man, and I booked this trip, and I stayed in New Jersey, and Manhattan was 8 miles away. And I was like, 8 miles? Oh shit, that's from like college to the end of '78. That ain't shit. Well, 8 miles in New York is not like 8 miles in North County. It is like an hour and a half, 8 mile. You got to go through the fucking New Jersey Pike and shit. And oh my
That's
god,
crazy.
it kicked our ass, dog, every single time.
It's
And
crazy. I've never been to New York. I want to go though.
it's awesome, man. If you can do it, do it. I don't know if it'll ever be the same, man, because 2020 is definitely done some weird shit. And how did you deal with that? I know it was a weird thing we couldn't see coming or feel coming or nothing, man. How did you deal with 2020?
I dealt with it just by staying creative, man. I actually created my sports show
Got you.
and my dad podcast during the pandemic.
Got you.
Yeah, I just used the time to try to stay creative. It hit me hard though, bro. Like it hit me hard, bro. And it was one of the, you know how like I don't know if like you ever been in like a point in your life where you feel like shit just keep happening.
Yeah.
COVID for me was like one of like 4 or 5 things that I like just kept happening. And then
Yeah.
COVID for me was like, all right, like these 3 things just happened.
Yeah.
Like, but all right, I'm on my feet now. Like this photography thing is working out. Like
Yeah.
I got a bunch of clients that's rocking with me. Like football, basketball season come back, we finna go. Like it's finna be lit. And then
Yeah.
COVID happened and shut everything down. And it was like, them shit just keep happening, bro. Like
Yeah.
it was tough, man. It was tough. But I mean, I just used the time to stay creative and you know, strengthen relationships that I had just made, create even more relationships, keep networking. Like, you know, so I met you during, you know,
Yeah.
actually we found out that we connected a while ago, but like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, met you in this time and just really just use the time to stay creative. And so, you know what I'm saying, now that things are starting to open back up, it's finna be, not to toot my horn, but it's finna be lit for me again, though.
Did it affect you or anybody around you?
Yeah, my parents got COVID. My little brother got COVID.
Damn.
I didn't lose anyone. I didn't lose anyone to COVID. I had a baby though during COVID, and it was tough. It was super
How
tough.
was that? Did they? I had one of my best friends had a baby during COVID, and he couldn't even. It was weird. He couldn't even be in the room when she had the baby.
Oh, that's tough. See, I got to be in the room.
Okay, you did get to be.
I got to be in the room, but it was like I don't want to say like being in jail. No disrespect to anybody that's ever done that before, but like I couldn't leave. Like
Right.
it was like if you leave, you can't come back.
Wow.
You get like no outside food. Like couldn't Uber Eats anything. Like nothing.
So do they COVID test you before you have the baby, or how does that
Yeah,
go?
when you get there, as soon as we got there, me and my wife got a COVID. Or actually, they didn't even give me a COVID test. They gave her one.
Okay.
And I'm thinking the logic behind that is like y'all together every day. Like you know what I'm saying. That
If she has it, you have it.
right,
We're gonna find out
you know
right
what
now.
I'm saying. And so they obviously she the one giving
Birth. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. So they tested her. We was all good. You know everything good. But yeah, it was like if you leave, you can't come back.
Damn.
Oh no, I got to leave one time.
Oh wow.
It was like one time. And no outside food, nothing. Luckily, the nurse that was there, like I'm telling her, like I'm begging her, like there's got to be. And the food in there is trash. I'm telling her, like, there's got to be something better. I'm like the lunch. I know y'all don't eat this for lunch.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What are y'all like?
Where you go?
Yeah, I'm like help, like do something. And she was like, nah, I feel like food here sucks. Like, and so she looked out and like Ubered me something one night. Like, so
That's
she looked
tight.
out. But other than that, like it was terrible, bro. Like, and I've asked anybody that's like, bro, if you had a COVID baby, bro, I feel something.
COVID baby. That's what they call that.
It was tough, man. It was tough.
That's crazy, man. That's crazy.
Mhm.
What's the baby's name?
Maximus.
Maximus. That's awesome, man. That's awesome, man. Congratulations. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
2021 is on us, man. You say it's about to be lit, huh?
Mhm.
You feeling a little different wave coming out here? You feeling the year changing a little bit?
Yeah, I'm feeling the energy come back. Really, I just like I said, I work for KUSI and Prep Pigskin Report. I just got the call and the email. We back rocking. They just like the judge hit the gavel and was like season's going. They sent the email out like, yo,
Sheesh.
time to work. You know what I'm saying? So Friday we back at it with KUSI. I can't wait for that.
So real side little political thing. I heard that the school was suing the state or something like that. Is that what you're talking about? The judge hit the gavel and the shit's going through now, or
I don't know, and see, and maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm going off what I know it was a judge's decision, but from what I believe, if I don't.
So the schools are opening up basically, and there's going to be
Sports
sports is opening up.
Youth sports is. I don't think it's really a school thing. I think it's like the parents got together and it was some type of suit against the state or against I don't know.
Is the sports not in school? It's going to be outside sports, or is it going to be school sports?
It's the schools.
Okay, gotcha.
It's the schools. It's CIF.
Gotcha. Yeah. Because I mean, come on, man. These are kids that have been working the whole fucking life for this shit.
And in some kids that's their ticket.
Yeah, it's a real life ticket.
Like I interviewed on my sports show On the Mic with Michael Flicks on my YouTube channel.
That part.
My friend. Yeah, appreciate it. A little shameless plug real quick. My first interview was a kid named Bryson Stevens. He played for Rancho Christian High School out in Temecula. At one point, they were the number 11 team in the country. They had the number 1 player on the team and Evan Mobley on their team. But I'm sorry, I interviewed Bryson Stevens, and he was telling me how he ended up getting a scholarship to go to Cal, to the Mustangs, I think. He was telling me how, like, it came down to, like, a game time decision because everything just shut down. Like, he didn't get to, like, the schools kind of stopped talking. He didn't get to keep playing in the unsigned senior showcase and try to, like, get another look, you know what I'm saying? And luckily, and this is a kid who played on a number 11 team in the country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
and he was saying, like, luckily, I was able to get, you know what I'm saying, sign my intent and get me a scholarship. And so, like, I've met kids that it's really affected them.
Yeah, it sucks, man, because some of these kids didn't even get to walk their fucking little graduation thing and
Didn't
throw
have
their caps.
prom. Didn't have prom. My little cousin.
Yeah.
My little cousin was a senior last year.
Damn,
Yeah.
man, that's gotta be shit. Like, I don't want to shit on nobody's parade or nothing, but it's shitty. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's terrible.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck? It's something that we couldn't expect, and when you see it happen, you're like, is this a fucking movie?
Mm-hmm.
The fuck is this? I just watched a movie about this. It was like, I think Will Smith was in it or some shit. Like, it was crazy. I'm trying to think of the movie that, like, there was a virus and it took over. The one with the fucking monsters.
I Am Legend.
That one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was this shit.
Yeah, for real.
I'm like, okay, when are the zombies popping out? What the
For real.
fuck?
For real,
Like,
bro.
dog,
That's
this-
real.
This shit is crazy, bro. So, what do you see yourself doing 2021? I know you said you got 3 podcasts, man. How you gonna juggle these 3 podcasts? What are we doing? What's the schedule like? How are you doing these 3 podcasts?
We'll see. How do I do the podcast?
Do we have a schedule?
We record Family Room podcast on Thursday nights, and then it comes out. The audio comes out Friday morning, and then I try to have the video out by Friday afternoon.
Okay, so we record on Thursday, we out on Friday.
Yeah, and then the Dad Pod, we record on Mondays, and that we drop that one. We're gonna start dropping on Wednesdays. That'll be out tomorrow. We've been dropping on Thursdays, but I want to do that one on Wednesdays from now on. That's too big a gap. Like when you talk about stuff that happens every day, you know
Right.
what I'm saying? So it needs to come out sooner. But yeah, I try to record and then drop within a day or two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who you rocking with on your podcast? Like your distribution? Who you using?
I'm using Spotify right now. I think I'm about to get off though. I think I'm gonna just rock with SoundCloud.
What about Anchor? Is that who you
Yeah,
using?
that I'm going with Anchor. You know, I put it on Anchor and then it puts it out to.
So why do you think about leaving Anchor?
I don't know, man. It just I don't know. Like I feel like the smart thing to do is just keep it everywhere, just everywhere there's ears.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? But I don't know. I just don't feel like SoundCloud does it. Like everybody, and it's free. You know what I mean? But
Right.
I don't know. But I'll probably just leave it where it is.
You know, I here's personal opinion. Take it how you want to. I don't give a shit. Keep it on the Anchor.
Okay.
Because you get into a lot of places and it might be putting a couple dollars in your pocket in the future.
Okay.
Put it on SoundCloud. Hit that motherfucking market too. And then keep that shit dropping on YouTube and just monetize the shit out of everything. You know what I'm saying? They got this thing called SoundCloud Pro that lets you monetize it. So once it's out on something like Spotify or something, it's got an EID number, and that number you can put on your fucking Spot or SoundCloud, and that'll also get you some residuals.
Okay, we got to talk.
Yeah,
we got to talk on this.
Yeah,
because we definitely got to talk.
For sure, man.
Yeah.
So what got you inspired to do these podcasts? Was it you having the baby that's the dad podcast? Is that how that came about?
Yeah, I mean, well, and that's my second kid. That's my second kid. So I was already
okay.
But really Family Room podcast, I don't know, I just like talking. Like me and my homies, like I always chop it up with my homies. And really, like honestly, what I wanted to do was essentially do you listen to or watch the Joe Budden podcast?
I've come across it a couple times, but it fucked me up. When I saw him, he was in the couch and he was in somebody's house and there was like a little table, and I was just like, this isn't it. I just didn't feel it. Like I was just like, come on, Joe, what the fuck? Come on.
I feel it.
I watched Joe Rogan.
Okay.
And he looked like he got a whole little fucking
setup.
Yeah. I'm like, come on, Joe.
Yeah, I feel you. But see, and I brought up Joe Budden because essentially what he's doing on his podcast is what I wanted to do when I initially started doing a podcast.
Got you.
Like just sit and chop it up with my friends once a week or twice a month or however.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? But none of my friends.
Fuck my life. Do you do it on the couch?
We sit in chairs.
Okay, good. Thank you. I just want to make sure I didn't fucking throw that out.
We used to be on the couch.
Okay.
We used to be on the couch.
I'm glad you went to chairs. I'm sorry. Sorry.
It's all good. But just the Family Room podcast started really because I wanted to sit down and chop it up with my friends. And really because, like I said, I just like to kick it with my homies. And then also like at school, we were the group at school that we joke on each other. We talk about a little bit of everything. But like when we would talk, like people would just like kick it and just listen to us talk.
Got you.
Like even after we graduate high school, we playing like adult league, like basketball or football. We'd be kicking it in the parking lot, doing whatever we doing, just talking about whatever, and people would just be standing around, like not even engaging in the conversation.
Right.
Just standing around listening to me and my homies talk, laughing with us and that type of thing.
Have you heard of this thing called what is it called?
But that was what gave me the inspiration of when I was like, you know what, people like listening to us, we should make it a podcast, you know what I'm saying?
So do you do it with a friend?
With Jesse, my boy Jesse that I met in 7th grade.
Okay, so
it started with my brother, and I wanted to do it with my homies, but they didn't want to do it.
Got you.
So I kept bugging my brother to do it, and he finally did it.
So he's doing the family one with you, right?
He was before. So it started as me and my brother.
No, the friend Jesse.
Yeah, he doing it. Yeah, Family Room, yeah.
And then you do the dad one by yourself?
A dad pod, I do that with my son Maximus with his godfather. He's like my best friend, my boy Dor.
Got you.
Yeah.
And then the other one is, you said the third one. You have 3 of them.
I did a sports show called On the Mic with Michael Flicks.
And is that just a solo thing?
Yeah, it's just me and a sports guest, yeah.
Oh, got you. And that's you just interviewing the sports person and stuff like that.
Right.
Are these audio? Or are they visual? Or?
Because
I know you said you had pop up with the equipment for that one that's mobile.
Yeah, Link Up with Michael Flicks. That's the other show. So Link Up
4.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah. I'm trying to go for it, bro.
Jesus.
Trying to go for it, man. I gotta I don't really do anything else, man. I'm a stay-at-home dad, and then I make content. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, KUSI is back now, so I'm back working with the KUSI network and all that. But outside of that, man, I'm with my kids and I make content.
That's dope, bro.
Yeah.
How you like that? How you like being your own boss, man?
It's dope. It's stressful. It's stressful because, like outside of just being the cameraman, you got to be the audio engineer. You got to be the marketing guy. You got to do the social. You got to do everything.
You got to create the job.
Media, you know what I'm saying? Everything.
Yeah.
Everything. You know what I'm saying? You got to have the create the compelling content that people are going to listen to and watch. And then
Right.
for me in the situation that you're in now, like you got to be, you seem to be doing it pretty smooth. I don't know for me, and you got your mixer is dope, and you got like real like high quality stuff. Like for me, when I'm sitting there doing it and trying to be compelling on mic and on camera, I'm thinking about like the audio. So I'm bending down, like adjusting knobs. I'm
Right.
looking at the cameras, making sure like the shutter didn't close. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
you know what I mean. So it can get a little stressful, but it's what I chose, and I love it. I love
Okay,
it.
so I'm gonna give you a little background. The reason why I went with this setup is the focus thing. So
Okay.
this thing focusing is crazy compared to like a DSLR or something there that I would have to have somebody back there focusing and making sure that we're not getting a blurry shot.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing that this thing's pretty fucking good at, low key.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that works. When I first started doing the show, I was using my phone as the anchor recording, and I would do it in my car. I would do an interview with somebody in my car. Hey, come to the studio. We'll go to the car. We'll smoke a joint and fucking interview. And the sound on that was pretty fucking decent, low key.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, this year I want to do video.
Mhm,
Like
mhm.
I want to try to expand. I got this little space. Let me see what I can fucking do with it and shit.
Mm.
So that was kind of my little background thing on it. What makes you get up and create content? Do you wake up and go like, I'm finna go interview this person, or are you like getting ready to look at people, or how do you create? Like how do you wake up and create this shit?
I'm just whatever and whoever I'm curious about, really.
Okay.
Like really, and like I said, now that it's like pretty much like all the content that I create is like talking and interviews. It's really just people that I'm curious about. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So you find them on Instagram, or how you find them?
Yeah, just find them on Instagram, or if it's people that I know that are doing something dope that nobody's really looking at. Like
Yeah.
that's really what. And I said on the sports show like numerous times, like my platform is for everybody. Like of course, like if you go into the NBA, of course I want you to come chop it over me on the show. But my platform isn't for. It's not like a sports center where it's for Damian Lillard and for LeBron, who everybody knows who you are. Like my platform is for everybody, even the dude that scored 2 points. But you know what I'm saying, he got a 4.3 GPA. I want to talk to him too.
That's
You
hard.
know what I'm saying? Like
That's
I
dope.
try to have a platform for everybody, and I do the same thing with the mixes that I make for KUSI. Whatever game and player they assign me to, that's out of my hands. But as far as like the content that I control, I try to create content and make videos and make game mixes for the kids that typically wouldn't. I mean, you got to be getting buckets. I can't
Right.
just be having you passing the ball and setting screens. You got to be somebody. You got to be getting some buckets and giving me
Right.
something to film and something
Right.
to create with. But I'm trying to provide a platform for the kids that not everybody's looking at. You know what I'm saying?
Do you focus yourself more on a San Diego base, or where's your
Yeah.
heart out, or are
Yeah.
you everywhere with it?
San Diego based, but if you reach out and you know what I'm saying, and you got something to talk about, you want to come chop it up, we could do that for sure.
Okay. And Instagram, you got 4 Instagrams? What you got?
Nah, I just got two. So I got my personal Instagram, I am Mike Rohn, and then I have the business account, where all the photos and videos and all my content is Michael Flicks. Michael spelled the normal way, a period, and then Flicks.
Got you.
Mhm.
And I like to ask random questions, random podcast type shit. Get people thinking. You know what I'm saying? Let's get people thinking.
Let's do it.
Up or down?
Up,
Okay. Left or right?
left,
Blue or red?
blue,
5 or 10?
5.
See, you might, people gonna think you're in a gang now.
Word?
no, I'm just kidding. He's like, word? Don't put me in that box. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Man, so what I like to do, man, is I like to have you come back on 6 to 8 months from now. We create a goal, you know what I'm saying? We talk about that goal and we kick that goal's ass. Give me a goal that you want to do in the next 6 to 8 months, man.
Good question. It's funny, man. I was just yesterday, I was watching a Nipsey interview. I'm gonna get to the question, I promise. My wife,
No, let's talk about
everybody
it.
hate when I do that. Like, bro, and like talk what we talk about.
No,
I
that's
go
good.
on crazy
I
tangents.
need content.
just yesterday, I was watching a Nipsey interview. His interview on Big Boy.
Yeah.
I forget how long ago it was, but he had on like the light purple or pink or whatever it was. And somebody asked him like, what's advice that you'd give to, like, I think it was your younger self, and he was saying to dream bigger and have bigger goals, because he was saying every goal that he said he reached and he was able to get to it. So he was saying like to dream bigger and have bigger goals.
There you go.
For me, I'm so in love, and to answer the question, I don't really have any set goals. Like I've been so like just rolling with the punches, and then just like creating on the fly, and just creating the opportunities for myself that I want to happen. I haven't really like set any goals. Like even like having the sports show just came about
Got you.
because I was like, really, it came about because I was trying to stun on somebody.
Got you.
Like I didn't really was like, I want to create content, I want to have a sports show, and I want to have this guy on, and it just. I just been rolling with the punches, and it's kind of bad because I went like watching that interview, like Nipsey's like my big, even in his R.I.P. to him, even in his death, he's like my biggest inspiration. I still listen to his music, still put his interviews up to try to like get gems from, get inspiration from. He's like still my biggest inspiration. And I'm like, damn, like I really haven't set any goals. Like every part of my life, I've set a goal. Whether I was on a basketball team, like I'm gonna start after I got the starting job. Like all right, I'm gonna average 6 assists a game. Like I set goals. Like but in like my videography, like my photography career, my content creation career, I haven't really like set any goals really.
Okay.
And that's something that I for sure need to sit down and kind of map out like where I want to go with it.
For sure. When Nip passed, man, how'd that hit you, bro?
It hit me hard, bro. It hit me hard. I cried for days, bro.
Yeah.
It cried for days, and it felt weird until I talked to people that was their experience too.
Yeah.
Because I never judged people that cried when celebrities died. Like one of my homegirls in high school, the homegirl Mallory, she was like a big Michael Jordan fan, and when he retired, she cried.
Yeah.
And I thought it was weird. I'm like, he didn't die. Like, what
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And like I said, I never really like made fun of people or judged people. I just never understood why people cry. Like, I was a big Michael Jackson fan. I didn't cry when he died.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And so I never really understood when people did that. But when Nip died, I cried for days, bro. It hit me. It hit me hard.
Nip
bro.
was your generation, like Tupac. You know what I'm
For
saying?
sure.
Like Tupac.
sure.
When Tupac passed, that shit that hurt a lot of souls.
Mhm.
I'm a big Tupac fan, and that shit was like, damn.
Mhm.
Nipsey, man, it fucked me up because he's a community person,
Mhm. Absolutely.
and for him to die the way he died, where he died,
Yeah, absolutely.
it offended me.
Hmm.
I would almost, and
I agree.
I would almost rather have seen it happen away from where it happened.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Not
Mhm.
right fucking there, dog.
Mhm. Mhm.
That was a fucked up thing. You know, it was weird because it was like, you're a Kobe fan. You know who Kobe Bryant is?
Absolutely.
No. You know this. You know who this guy is.
Big Kobe fan. I've
okay,
been a Laker fan my whole life.
All right. So
Yeah.
so it felt like the world went to shit when that guy died.
Facts.
dog.
Facts.
It felt like the world went to shit. It was.
Facts.
I got a weird background story about this. Me and Detox Marcus, my business partner with Gorilla Cinema, we were in LA doing a video, and he was wearing a Laker jersey and stuff. We went to a film place out there to go get some lenses, and one of the guys from Saturday Night Live come up to us, and he's like, walks up to Marcus, and he's like, "Hey, did you hear the news?" And we're in shock that this guy from Saturday Night Live is walking up to us, like we're starstruck, like, what's the news?
Right, right.
What's going on?
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, Kobe just died. And we're like, nah. We're all looking on our phones. Everybody's looking on their phone. I just got cold chills. Everybody's looking on their phones. And, you know, we seeing that it's happening. And we're just like, nah, this can't. It felt surreal. Like with the Nipsey thing. Like 2020 was so weird, bro.
Crazy, bro.
It was weird, bro.
It's gonna be in the social studies and the history books for sure.
That's
2020
crazy,
will.
man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they're definitely gonna say how much.
Mm-hmm.
If you took this pill, you're gonna have this and this. Something crazy, man. It's gonna be something crazy.
For real.
So where can we reach you at on social media, man? What are you rocking tomorrow? Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. There's so many out there. What are you on the most?
I'm just on Instagram and Twitter. I'm on Facebook too, but really my Facebook is just the content that, you know how you can link them. You can
Right.
link it to your Instagram. So
Right.
my Facebook is really just everything that I post on Instagram.
Got you.
So I'm on Twitter, I am Mike Rohn. Instagram, I am Mike Rohn. And that's just really like my personal stuff. Like you see me and my girl, my kids,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? And then like Michael Flix, MICHAEL, a period, FLIX. That's the business account where I post all the pictures, all the videos, all the interviews and everything.
Got you,
Yep,
you, man. Well, shit, man. I gotta bring you back here in 6 to 8 months. We gotta talk about something, and you gonna have to make a goal for Nip.
I was about to say when I get my goals, I'm gonna DM it to you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna post it.
For sure.
I'm gonna post on the Random Podcast.
We could do that.
Yeah, that's the goal.
We could do that. I'm
yes,
with that. I'm
yes,
with
sir.
that.
All right, man. I appreciate your time. I appreciate
Hey
your
man,
grind.
I appreciate you having me, man.
Yes,
It's
sir.
nice to be on the other end of it, man. I love interviewing. I love talking to people, but it's nice to be on the other end.
Hell yeah. That's
for
see,
sure.
that's what I'm trying to do, man. I'm trying to give everybody their roses. You
I
feel me?
appreciate that, fam.
Yes,
For real.
sir. Yes, sir, man. You have a